Today I'm talking about three 1940s Ingrid Bergman films. And the names of those three films are Spellbound, Gaslight, and The Bells of St. Mary's. First up is Spellbound. This is a 1945 Alfred Hitchcock film starring Ingrid Bergman and Gregory Peck. And the basic premise is this is a psychological murder mystery. Like, it's taking like cutting edge 1940s psychology, so, you know, out of date by today's standards, but it's applying this murder mystery film on top of that in such an interesting way. Like, they do a great job of establishing the rules of their universe and then following through with it. Like, it's a lot of fun to see them use psychology terms mostly correct, especially considering that this is the 40s. And like, it's such a good and interesting mystery. And I love the name too, because there's a romance at the center of this murder mystery. I'm like, it's almost silly like how much she's fallen for this guy. And I'm like, oh, but that's the name of the movie. She's spellbound. I get it. I get it. My favorite section though is there's a dream sequence that is designed by Salvador Dali, and it's incredible. I loved it a lot. And then my friend Josh also pointed out, he's seen this movie and loves it a lot too, that this movie is surprisingly graphic for a 40s movie. And I would agree with that statement. It didn't dawn on me like that it's kind of a big deal, but it is. So yes, I love this movie and would wholeheartedly recommend it. It's a really interesting murder mystery, and the romance at the center of it is actually good too. It makes sense with the driving plot of everything. So yes, really good Hitchcock film. Definitely recommend it. Next up is Gaslight. This is a 1944 film, and yes, this is where the term gaslight comes from. And it is incredible. I loved this film a lot. Like, I pretty early on was able to figure out kind of the mystery of it all, where it all was going, what motivations, all that jazz. But that didn't matter because the tension and the pain that the characters go through, all of the emotion is just so much that it's kind of impossible to not get swept up into everything. Like, there's so much manipulation that's happening, and it's infuriating, and you just have so much sympathy for Ingrid Bergman's character. Oh my god, she won an Oscar for this, and she, without a doubt, deserved that Oscar. Like, she gave such an incredible performance. Like, I recommend this film solely on her insanely incredible performance. I've now seen 12 of her films this year, and it never ceases to amaze me how incredible of an actor she is. She just has so much freaking talent. She wholeheartedly deserves all of the praise that she gets in general, but in particular for this film. Like, I don't think I can hype this film up enough. It's so, so good. Definitely give this film a watch. You'll probably be like me, put all the pieces together, but that doesn't matter because they freaking nail the emotions. You are gonna get so infuriated while watching this movie, and it's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be a wonderful time. And lastly is The Bells of St. Mary's. This is a 1945 film, also starring Bing Crosby. And I thought this film was gonna be a comedy, or at the very least a musical, and it's not. It's just a drama. It's just a straight up drama. I mean, there are, I think, 5 songs in total, but the first one's 40 minutes in. And like, they're not how you do a musical. It's just kind of like, all right, we're all gathered together here, let's sing a song. Or like someone walks in on someone who's like practicing singing for like church or something. So like, it's not a musical. It's just music happens. But it's weird too, because like, there are definitely comedy bits. Like, there's this really long segment with a kitten at the beginning, and I'm like, well, this is kind of funny-ish, I guess. But like, the movie's not a comedy, so like, it feels really weird. I should tell you the premise. The basic premise is there is this run-down Catholic school, but there's a new building getting made next door, and the nuns really want that guy to just give it to them. And then they get a new minister, and that's Bing Crosby, and they think he's there to actually help them like get that building, but he's actually there to decide decide whether or not the church is going to sell the school to the man next door so he can turn the school into a parking lot. And it goes exactly how you'd expect it to go. And I really didn't find it interesting. It was really boring. I didn't care for any of the drama. There really wasn't any tension. It seemed almost like it was going to be the nun versus the minister just kind of butting heads on how to run the school. It's not really that at all. I mean, they did do that once because Bing Crosby like congratulated a kid after beating up another kid. And so then Ingrid Bergman teaches a different kid how to box. And that all worked out in the end because then the two kids fought again and became buddies. I don't know. That was really weird. So yeah, I didn't hate this movie. I put it in the meh. It was okay. Do I recommend this movie? No. This is my least favorite Ingrid Bergman film. And I don't blame her at all. It's a very dated film. And yeah, it's just not great. Alrighty, now for today's rankings. First up, we got Spellbound, sitting at number 14 in the really like section. And then not too terribly far behind is Gaslight, sitting at number 19, also in the really like section. And then bringing up the rear, rightfully so, is The Bells of St. Mary's, sitting at number 85 in the meh section. And this is out of a total of 96 old movies so far this year.